channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry for this weird line that's like in the middle of my face. It's my curtains because if I'm like this, I'm blinded and I can't see anything. So I closed my curtains, but there's a bit of a line. So I'm sorry if it bothers you. I feel like it's gonna bother me. Can we just ignore it? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Amanda Kate, and I just recently told you guys the biggest announcement that I'm ever going to make in my life, that I am pregnant, which is super exciting, scary, but very, very exciting. I'm super happy about it. And I told you guys that I was going to vlog this entire journey. So this is one of the many pregnancy videos you're going to see. I'm going to share with you guys the first like signs and symptoms that I had, why I found out or why I thought that I was pregnant, and then like once I knew I was pregnant, the little bit of like first signs and symptoms that I had. So in my pregnancy announcement video, I shared with you guys that the reason I thought to test like why I thought that I might be pregnant is because, first of all, there was a chance, obviously. I was not really late on my period, so I am not on birth control anymore. I haven't been for like, I want to say a year or a year and a half, but I'm very like TMI, like pretty regular. It just like alternates a few days, so I wasn't like a week late or anything. But I have the test that can detect like 6 days ahead of time or whatever, so I was like, if I'm pregnant, like at this point, because it's supposed to be the week that I'm starting, if I'm pregnant, it's gonna say pregnant. So then worst case, if I still don't get my period, I'll wait another week or so and then take another test. So I had gone, so I wasn't really delayed on my period yet, and I had gone out for my birthday, so that weekend with Aaliyah, and I did a birthday vlog, etc. And I didn't really, like, I had a few drinks, but I didn't get drunk or anything, so I wasn't hungover. And then the next day, I had one drink with my friend Amy. We went out for supper, and I had one margarita. And like, that doesn't do anything to me. And that night, I was lying in bed, and it was a Sunday night, and I was like, I feel so sick. I have so much nausea. I was sitting up at some points. I was lying down. I was changing sides. I was like, nothing I do is helping the situation. I don't know like what to do. I don't know why this is. It's not because I had one drink, like there's no way, and I'm not hungover, but that's the feeling that it felt like. It felt like a really, really bad hangover. And I didn't end up being sick. So I guess fell asleep at some point. It took me like, I want to say like an hour or so of just pure huge nausea. And then I was like, well, in the morning I'll take a test anyways, just to, you know, take that out of the equation, or not. So I tested the next morning and it said pregnant. And it's so funny because the week leading up to testing, so when I found out, based on the calculations, because I didn't know who to call or who to talk to, I put the last date of my period on like this pregnancy calculator online, and it said that I was about 4 or 5 weeks. So you're not actually 4 or 5 weeks pregnant, which this is all news to me. Like, I have no idea. This is my first pregnancy. I don't know what's going on. So I looked this up. So you're actually pregnant for 10 months because the first date, so your pregnancy starts the first day of your last period, but you're not actually pregnant at that point. There has been no, I feel like it's health class right now, there has been no conception. But that's just how they calculate it. So it's by weeks. So at that point, I was only like maybe like a week or so actually pregnant, but it's technically in doctor's terms and stuff like 4 or 5 weeks. I wasn't too sure. It happened to be more like 5 weeks once I went to the doctor and found out more information. But you're not actually like, there's no baby yet inside of you. But for those 2 weeks leading up to it, so I guess as soon as conception, maybe not as soon as conception happened, but for the first 2 weeks of pregnancy, I was craving chicken shawarma platter every single day. And it's so funny because when we went to Toronto, this is right after conception based on the calculations. So my boyfriend and I took a trip to Toronto. I did a travel vlog for you guys, and that night he went to bed and I was starving. It was like 3 a.m. and I was like, I'm ordering chicken shawarma. Like, I need this. So I ordered that, and then when I came back, that whole 2 weeks, all I was craving was chicken shawarma, and I wanted like that garlic and that hummus so bad. And even when I was going out with Aaliyah, after we would go out, we would get chicken shawarma, and I didn't think anything of it because it's like, oh, you know, after we go out, we get shawarma, like it's pretty normal. And she was like, oh yeah, that sounds good too. So it's like, what are the odds that like it's like a pregnancy craving and I have no other symptoms? So I didn't even think that that was a thing. But then for those 2 weeks after I found out I was pregnant, that's all I was craving as well, which is so random and specific. Now I don't want that at all. So that, I guess, was like the first odd thing. And then after I found out that I was pregnant, my breasts hurt so much. They still do. I'm almost 11 weeks right now, so I'm filming this on a Friday. On Monday it will be 11 weeks. So I'm like 10 weeks and 5 days or something. So I'm almost through the first trimester. They say that the cravings and stuff like that and all the like bad pregnancy symptoms ease a little bit through like when you start the second trimester. Hopefully that's the case for me. I have noticed that they're starting to ease a little bit, but up until this point, every single day I was in pain, like physically, also headaches, and sometimes I was breaking out, which I didn't understand why until I found out I was pregnant. And of course I have not had a period for a little bit now, so that like if I didn't know yet, I would obviously, that would be like a big hint. But I'm like almost 3 months pregnant, so like at that point usually people are like, they know before that. And what else? That's what I was going to say. Up until this point, every single day I have been so nauseous, like so nauseous, morning and night. Like that morning sickness thing can actually happen any time of day. Morning sickness is like very mainstream in movies and stuff. It doesn't necessarily happen in the morning. That is like the biggest percentage of people. Mine is worse at night. So when I'm trying to sleep, which kind of sucks, but I have nausea all throughout the day. And it depends what I'm eating. It depends on if I'm eating. So now I eat breakfast. I used to do intermittent fasting, but now I eat breakfast first thing in the morning, and it's usually just to like stop the nausea. So if I don't eat all day long, I snack like throughout the day. So I don't eat like big meals anymore. I just like snack and then like a medium-sized meal. If I don't do that all day, I have really bad nausea. That is starting to ease a little bit, so hopefully it stays like that. But I have not thrown up once, so I'm very lucky. I know a big percentage of women throw up throughout the entire pregnancy. Sometimes I have a friend that threw up until the day she was giving birth, so like crossing my fingers. It might still happen. I almost did when I ate spicy tacos, and I'm just generally not good with spicy food, and I ate it kind of like not knowing it was that spicy. I got home and it was like, that was the closest I've ever come to being sick. I don't want to give TMI because it's like kind of gross, but I think that is pretty much all of the symptoms that are kind of like odd, not odd, but like not just like a period for me. Also the food cravings, it hasn't been like what the movies is like I need this now. In my head a little bit it is. It's like I have like a weird craving. But for me personally, when I'm not pregnant, all I want to eat, like junk food wise, is chocolate. I love chocolate since I'm little, like chocolate cake, just anything chocolate. I could eat like the entire mountain of chocolate, like just like that, pregnant or not, PMS or not. And now I don't want chocolate at all, which is so funny. Like I don't want sweets, I don't want chocolate. Like I've tried to eat chocolate because it's like, hey, I'm pregnant, like I want to eat chocolate and ice cream. And I sat there and tried, and it was like, this is not sitting well. I don't want this. I want really healthy things, which is good. I also crave junk food, like not really junk food, but like outside restaurant food, like takeout. I crave a lot of like Chinese food, Subway, I'm craving that stuff, but specifically I want meat and carbs, like meat, bread, rice, potatoes all the time. That's all I want. Noodles, pasta, oh my gosh. I want to live on pasta, which I'm choosing not to, obviously, for many reasons, but that is what I'm craving, which I think is a sign, because I know that I'm very anemic and my blood tests have shown that. So I think that that is also the meat aspect of it. I'm taking vitamins, etc., but your body still craves that. And the carbs, I don't know why, just to mess with me. That is kind of like what I've been going through. So obviously that could change. I don't know. I had Subway for lunch. But there's a lot of things now that I can't eat, like that I'm not allowed to eat, that I want. I think it's just because I'm not allowed to have it. Like I want cold cuts so bad. I want feta cheese. I want cream cheese. I like all the things that like I'm not supposed to eat. I want them really, really badly, when day to day, like I was not eating those things like ever. It's just really funny. Also, I don't like melted cheese at all. Like I like cold cubed marbled cheese specifically. I don't like melted cheese. I've never liked melted cheese. My poutine has fries and gravy, no cheese. My like cheeseburgers, forget about it. Like if there's a cheese that it's melted, I don't eat it. I don't like it. But I've really, really been craving macaroni and cheese for some reason. So I don't know. Maybe my tastes are going to change, hopefully, because I'm a very picky eater and I don't like to be. So anyways, all that to say, those are kind of like the signs and symptoms. So if any of you are like wondering about me specifically, or yourselves, or I know that I was watching videos like, how can I tell I'm pregnant, or like what's the first signs, and reading all these signs and symptoms online, and a lot of them, like, they're obviously accurate. I just expected them to be way more intense. So far it hasn't been that intense. So we'll see. Maybe I'm just having an easy pregnancy, hopefully. My mom's also was not that bad. The only thing is, my mom, for breakfast, the only thing she could stomach was cold macaroni salad every morning for breakfast. And I have that same craving. So other than that, I think it's pretty smooth so far. So I'm considering myself lucky, crossing my fingers, but I will obviously talk to you guys, let you guys know the entire scoop. But yeah, super excited to share the rest of this journey with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys have any like pregnancy cravings that you have gone through when you guys were pregnant, or if you're pregnant now. I would love to hear other moms in the comments. I feel like I'm so looking forward to having like more moms in my like circle. I don't know, like I guess you guys are like my friend circle. Just more like moms around me, and definitely need mom advice, because as I said, this is my first pregnancy and I'm definitely looking to you guys for any advice that you guys have to offer. So again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my description box for my socials and discount codes, and until next time, just know that I love you, you're valued, and be kind to yourselves. Bye guys.